Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin today's ceremony with the national anthem and invocation given by Cadet Williams.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we humbly gather before you today at this commissioning ceremony to recognize the achievements of Second Lieutenants Harrison, Itawi, Meyers, Milich, and Siebeneck. We ask that you safeguard them, for we understand the Army is a dangerous profession. We thank you for giving these brothers in arms the strength to raise their right hand and say, I will lead the way, follow me. Lastly, we ask you to bless the cadets, cadre, and alumni of the Rocket Battalion over the coming years. May you continue to give them the intellect, tenacity, and perseverance needed to be successful leaders of America's Army. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cadet Lane, a junior at the University of Toledo Army ROTC program, and I'll be your narrator for today's ceremony. On behalf of Colonel David C. Welch, the 7th grade ROTC commander, and Major Colby Peapon, the professor of military science at the University of Toledo Army ROTC, I welcome you to the virtual commissioning ceremony for the University of Toledo Army ROTC class of spring 2020. Friends, family, fellow community leaders, it is an honor to have your attention during this unprecedented time. We humbly appreciate your support no matter where you are. From your homes to your offices, we are all in this together, and it is an honor to have you here. For the last 73 years, the University of Toledo has provided quality officers to the United States Army. Over 2,000 second lieutenants have been commissioned through the program since 1947. Today, we will add 5 more names to that distinguished list of leaders. These commissionees have completed all the requirements for commissioning as set forth in Army Regulation 145-1, Chapter 6. Their military training has included military science and leadership instruction, adaptive leadership and critical thinking labs, rigorous physical training, in-depth problem-solving skills, and completion of the Army Cadet Command Cadet Summer Training at Fort Knox, Kentucky. These cadets will soon take their place as leaders of America's sons and daughters as second lieutenants in the U.S. Army. At this time, we have the pleasure of having 2 guest speakers. The first is the University of Toledo Provost, Dr. Zhorkman. Dr. Zhorkman was named Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs at the University of Toledo in January 2020, after serving in the role for 1 year on an interim basis. The second speaker will be Dr. Kopp Miller, the Dean of University College.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us to celebrate this tremendous milestone in the lives of the men and women being commissioned as officers today. To the new second lieutenants, on behalf of the University of Toledo and our Board of Trustees, I'm honored to recognize your entry into the United States Army. And while I wish we could gather in person, this is a moment we can all take pride in as you join thousands of others around the country achieving this honor. In addition to earning your diplomas after years of persistence and hard work, you are among the select few who are also leaving our campus having sworn to uphold and defend the United States Constitution. You continue a tradition of more than 2,000 lieutenants who have been commissioned through the Rocket Battalion since it was first established in 1947. Congratulations to Second Lieutenants Harrison, Itawi, Meyers, Milich, and Siebeneck. During your service, you may be called on for military or humanitarian purposes at home or abroad. No matter where your duty takes you, you will always have the support and gratitude of the Toledo community. Thank you for your service, and go Rockets.
Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well and that you remain healthy. What an amazing day. To the newest second lieutenants in the Army, we are extremely proud of you and grateful for your dedication to our great nation. In times like now, we are clearly reminded of the caliber of leaders that our country requires to answer our greatest challenges, both at home and overseas. To the parents and friends of the Commissionees, thank you for all the love and support you have provided these college graduates while they were cadets in the ROTC program here at the University of Toledo. I'm sure all of you are enjoying this special day right along with us. And for the parents, hopefully now you can save a few dollars. For soon-to-be second lieutenants, Siebeneck, Milich, Harrison, Itawi, and Meyers, today represents several things. You're a college graduate that will forever be a member of the Toledo community. Second, you're an inspiration, a leader, and committed to something larger than yourself. And last, when you take your oath with Major Papon, your professor of military science, you will be connected to a lineage of soldiers who have proven themselves in the face of adversity throughout our history. I have no doubt you will tackle these challenges successfully. As you take this next step in service to others, I'm reminded of an article by Dr. Jeffrey Smith. It's titled The Heart of Leadership. In this article, leadership, especially within the profession of arms, is summarized in a single word: influence. This article defines influence as the ability to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. Your battalion, the Rocket Battalion, which draws its prideful legacy from its inception in 1947, has consistently and remarkably commissioned several thousand cadets steeped in lessons such as character, personal and professional development, ethics, and values. To say it in a different way, you have spent the last 4, maybe more years, being led or taught how to lead by your cadre, peers, and others, with one very important focus: your ability to influence others with your decision-making skills and through your desire to set an example for those who have the privilege to lead. Before I close with my comments, I would like to leave the second lieutenants with a challenge and a reminder. The Heart of Leadership article I referenced earlier closed by suggesting leaders should always evaluate themselves along 4 aspects: charity, optimism, humility, and empathy. I challenge you to every day make the choice to positively influence those who have the honor of leading in the defense of our freedom. I challenge all 5 of you leaders to commit some time and energy to a charitable organization, offer a positive attitude for others to emulate, solicit for feedback from those around you to improve the team, and lead with the tenacity and vigor that is unmatched and equally as strong enough to understand your soldiers' current feelings and needs. I remind you to lean on the leadership tests and lessons learned over the last few years. Remember the basics and trust your instincts. And if there comes a time where you need some assistance, always know that you can reach out to those who love and support you, the Rocket Battalion, family, and friends. God bless, and again, I congratulate you in your accomplishments and thank you for your service.
Dr. Shortman and Cop Miller, thank you very much for your kind and inspiring words. We appreciate your dedication to the University College, and the Rocket Battalion Army ROTC program. Today, on behalf of the President of the United States, Major Colby Peapon will present the Commissionees with an oath of office. I speak for the entire Rocket Battalion when I welcome you to today's ceremony. Thank you for coming to honor these scholars and leaders. They represent the best that America has to offer, and we are all very proud of them. Within a normal, non-virtual environment, along with the pinning ceremony, the second lieutenants would render their first salute and present a silver dollar to an enlisted member of the armed forces. In the Army, there is a time-honored tradition of the first salute. Traditionally, a brand new second lieutenant proudly hands a shiny silver dollar to the first enlisted soldier who renders a salute. The first salute symbolizes the officer's acknowledgement of all the guidance and support which will be received from the non-commissioned officers in the future. It also symbolizes the new officer's commitment to the well-being of their soldiers. To respect the current environment, we're going to forego the actual first salute and presentation of the silver dollar. Second Lieutenant Harrison was a 2-year Toledo Army ROTC simultaneous membership program recipient from Columbus, Ohio. Second Lieutenant Harrison received a Bachelor's of Science in Operations and Supply Chain Management from the College of Business and Innovation with a minor in International Business and Military Science and Leadership. During his 2 years with the Rocket Battalion, he held cadet leadership positions of Platoon Sergeant, Platoon Leader, S4, and Cadet Battalion Commander. During the summer of 2019, he attended advanced camp at Fort Knox, Kentucky. He will be attending the Basic Officer Leadership course at Fort Lee, Virginia.
I state your full name,
I, Damilola,
having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
and that I will
well and faithfully
well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
of the office of which I'm upon to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Second Lieutenant Harrison is being pinned by his father and mother. Second Lieutenant Itawi was a 4-year National Guard Minuteman Scholarship recipient from Toledo, Ohio. Second Lieutenant Itawi received a dual degree, Bachelor's of Arts in Middle Eastern Studies and Communications with minors in Arabic and Military Science and Leadership. During his 4 years with the Rocket Battalion, he held cadet leader positions of Squad Leader, Platoon Leader, S1, S2, and Executive Officer. During the summer of 2017, he attended Project Global Officer to study Arabic at Indiana University. And in the summer of 2018, Cultural Understanding and Leadership Proficiency in the Kingdom of Morocco, and in the summer of 2019, Advanced Camp at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Upon graduation, he will be continuing his education at Western Michigan University to attain a Master's in International Development Administration. Second Lieutenant Itawi has been assigned to HHC 3126 Infantry Battalion in Wyoming, Michigan as an intelligence officer. He will be attending the Basic Officer Leadership course at Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
I state your full name,
I, Jad A,
having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
and that I will
well and faithfully
well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Second Lieutenant Itawi is being pinned by his fiance and brother. Second Lieutenant Meyers was a 2.5-year Toledo Army ROTC simultaneous membership program scholarship recipient from Perrysburg, Ohio. Second Lieutenant Meyers received a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from the College of Nursing. During his 4 years with the Rocket Battalion, he held cadet leadership positions of Platoon Sergeant, Platoon Leader, Executive Officer, Bravo Company Commander, S2, and S4. During the summer of 2017, he attended Airborne School at Fort Benning, Georgia. During the summer of 2018, he attended Advanced Camp at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and the summer of 2019, the Nurse Summer Training Program at Fort Hood, Texas. Second Lieutenant Meyers has been assigned to the 148th Infantry Regiment, Charlie Company, in Tiffin, Ohio as a platoon leader. He will be attending the Infantry Basic Officer Leadership course followed by Ranger School at Fort Benning, Georgia.
I state your full name,
I, Nathan Meyers,
having been appointed an officer
have been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will,
and that I will,
well and faithfully,
well and faithfully,
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Second Lieutenant Meyers will be penned by his father and mother. Second Lieutenant Milich was a 3-year National Scholarship recipient from North Royalton, Ohio. Second Lieutenant Milich received a Bachelor's of Business Administration with a focus in finance from the College of Business and Innovation, with a minor in accounting. During his 4 years with the Rocket Battalion, he held cadet leadership positions of Squad Leader, Platoon Sergeant, Company Commander, Operations Sergeant Major, Recon Operations Sergeant Major, and Recon Platoon Leader. During the summer of 2017, he attended basic camp. During the summer of 2018, he attended Colt, and in the summer of 2019, he attended advanced camp and CTLT at Fort Knox, Kentucky, Poland, and Fort Bragg, North Carolina. He was also a member of Kappa Delta Rho and the Order of Omega. Second Lieutenant Milich will be attending basic officer leadership course at Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
I state your full name,
I, Nikola Milich,
having been appointed an officer
have been appointed officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will,
and that I will,
well and faithfully,
well and faithfully,
discharge the duties of the office
discharge the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Second Lieutenant Milich is being pinned by his father and mother. Second Lieutenant Siebeneck was a simultaneous membership program cadet recipient from Newport, Michigan. Second Lieutenant Siebeneck received a Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice and a minor in Military Science and Leadership. During his 2 years with the Rocket Battalion, he held cadet leadership positions of Platoon Sergeant, S5, S7, First Sergeant, and Command Sergeant Major. He was also part of the Recon Platoon. During the summer of 2019, he attended advanced camp at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Upon graduation, he will be attending the Infantry Basic Officer Leadership course in Ranger School at Fort Benning, Georgia. Second Lieutenant Siebeneck has been assigned to the 125th Infantry Battalion in Big Rapids, Michigan as an infantry platoon leader.
I state your full name,
I, Tyler James Siebeneck,
having been appointed an officer
have been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation
that I take this obligation
freely
freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will,
and that I will,
well and faithfully,
well and faithfully,
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Second Lieutenant Siebeneck is being pinned by his father and mother. On behalf of the cadre and staff of the Military Science Department and the cadets of the Rocket Battalion, thank you for attending this virtual commissioning ceremony. We will now conclude this ceremony with the Army song.
March along, sing a song with the army of the have done fighting till the battle